Okay, so at special request, I'm going to do my Un-Goth Confessions. All the things about me that aren't very goth at all. That some people in the goth community might go, ah! I don't care. Okay. I had to put them in my phone because I don't remember things. So, here we go. My first Un-Goth confession is I don't like drinking. Like, really at all. I drank a lot when I was young. And I know that goths love their red wine and their absinthe. I've never even been around absinthe. I've never seen it in person. And I don't think that I would try it. I drank a lot when I was younger, and then I just kind of got over it. And now every once in a while I'll have a beer. But even like one full beer will usually end up giving me a headache. So I just don't drink much. So, guess that's not very goth of me to not have my wine. I have wine glasses, but I drink tea out of them. My first secular concert was the Monkees, opened up by Weird Al. Not very goth, but I'm not ashamed of it. It was an absolute blast. I grew up listening to the Monkees. And because my mother believed that rock music was of the devil, so I had to hide a lot of my gothiness when I was young in the 80s. But I was allowed to listen to 50s music because that's what she grew up with, so obviously that wasn't of the devil because she grew up with it. I guess she didn't realize that the Monkees like to do drugs. So I grew up with the Monkees, so the first concert I was allowed to go to that wasn't a Christian concert was the Monkees and Weird Al, and it was fun. So I don't regret that at all. I'm a Disney freak. Freak! And I don't mean all goths love Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, Little Spooky Something Something, Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride. But I mean, I love Disney. Like, I grew up with Disney, so I grew up with a lot of the old movies that most of you have probably never even heard of. Like Hot Lead and Cold Feet and Pollyanna and Gus and Happiest Millionaire, and a lot of the old school ones that I really love. The Apple Dumpling Gang is hands down one of my favorite movies ever made. It's freaking hilarious. If you can find it, if you haven't seen it, watch it, because Don Knotts and Tim Conway are the absolute perfect comedian team. That's back when funny was really funny. But yeah. Anything, when the Disney commercials come on YouTube, and I cry. Oh, it's Disney. I want to go Disney. Oh my god, look at her. She looks like a princess. Squish squish, I'm crying, squish squish. I'm a total nutball. I absolutely fall apart at anything Disney. I cry my eyes out. I want to be a princess and dance around and have all the little woodland. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. But Disney is in my blood. Disney World opened up like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before I was actually born. And I was born a couple hours from Disney. So we grew up going to Disney. Back then it was affordable for families. You didn't have to save up for 10 years to go. And I grew up going to Disney several times a year. And Disney's just part of who I am. So... let me see. This is probably one of my most ungothy things. I don't protect my skin from being tan. Now, I am desperately jealous of people like Black Friday and Riri Phillips and Toxic Tears. These people have this gorgeous, naturally pale complexion. I wish I was that pale. I think it is just absolutely stunning. But I have a large amount of Cherokee Indian in me, so my undertones in my skin are gold. So I tan just like that, not on my legs, of course, so I end up looking like mismatched all the time. But I live in Alabama, and it gets really stupid hot, and I'm not going to walk around. Yes, I love the goth parasols, and that's not practical. I'm not going to frickin' do that. And I love wearing wife beaters. I guess it's not PC to call them that, but everybody knows tank tops are called wife beaters. I love wearing black tank tops, and I wear tank tops all throughout the summer. So my face, and now we have a convertible, so my face and my arms get really freaking tan. And, I mean, I'll put on some sunblock. But I'm not going to walk around with a parasol or scrub my skin and try to bleach my skin, because as much as I want to be pale, I'm not. And I would love to wear the white foundation, but it doesn't look right on me, because then it would be like a white, I would look like No Face from Spirited Away. It's like a white face and a dark body. So sometimes I do try to go paler, and obviously I do the white makeup when I do Gothic Witch's Kitchen. But I'm almost out of that too. What is your problem? Do you want some love from Mom? So, as much as I want to be pale, I'm not. I'm dark toned, and you don't have to be pale to be Gothic. So if anybody out there is of a different ethnicity and somebody tells you you can't be Gothic because you have a darker tone, fuck those people. Let me tell you something. These elitist BS goth people are bullshit. I am an elder. I have been a goth since the 80s. And I'm telling you, it's okay to be goth no matter what your skin tone is. You be yourself, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't be, okay? I like Hot Topic. I am 45 years old, and I like Hot Topic. Make fun of me. I don't give a fuck. Hot Topic carries some cool stuff. They carry a lot of dark stuff that I do like. They carry band t-shirts that I love. They carry like Disney stuff and like dark Disney stuff, and I like that. And so I don't care if it's not on Vogue to like Hot Topic. Fuck you. I like Hot Topic. It's got some cool stuff. Not ashamed of it. And you shouldn't be either. If you want to go to Hot Topic and buy something, go to Hot Topic and buy something. If somebody makes fun of you, fuck them. They're insecure with themselves. This is also a huge ungoth. I went through a Christian phase. I was raised Christian, but never wanted to be one. But then around 1998, I went through a Christian phase that lasted for a few years, and I got rid of all my black and stuff, and except for my clothes. I've always worn black clothes, but I got rid of all my like dark stuff and my good music and stuff that I regret getting rid of because I was stupid. But I was really honestly within myself trying hard to be a good Christian, and I actually started studying to become a minister. That was before I finally had to admit to myself that I am an atheist. I do not believe in any deities at all. So I guess, but it's not ungoth of me. I mean, that's very ungoth. I almost became a minister. But I just, after extensive research in the Bible and within myself, I realized that I did not believe in any of it. So, that's kind of another ungoth thing. I don't believe in ghosts. I love spooky stories. I love ghost stories. I love watching ghost programs on TV, but I don't believe in them. So, I hate gory movies. I know that's really ungoth. Now, I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I like the original horror movies, but it seems like nowadays movies have gone away from spooky, scare factor, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, that build up. Anyway, I can't find the fucking word, but movies have gone from that to just, let's see how much we can make somebody bleed or make somebody puke. And the gross out factor is just gross. It's not horror. Horror is being terrified. You know, like Michael Myers was scary in the original Halloween because the motherfucker was just outside a fucking window. That scares me because real people can be that fucking creepy. The psychological horror scares me. But gore is just gore. And I really wish that movies would get away from that and go back to actually just being scary. I put my shit ribbon, toilet paper. I put my toilet paper in a basket. I know. When we get, I'm down to one roll right now in the basket. But when we get a new thing of toilet paper, I rip it out of the bag and I stack it nicely in this basket. Shit ribbon in a basket. I don't fucking know. I have country line danced. I went through a small part of my life where there was this bar that on Sundays would do free country line dancing, and it was open to all ages, so I would go on country line dance with my dad. My dad and my stepmom were real into dancing, and so I'm not ashamed of that because I was spending daddy-daughter time. I was dancing with my dad, and I'm glad that I did that, so. Un Goth? Who cares? I love the Beach Boys. Like I said, I grew up listening to 50s music, and the Beach Boys, especially for me, I was born in Florida, so I have really good memories of being a very little girl, and we would pop a Beach Boys 8-track, and I know a lot, if you'll Google 8-track, okay, because I know a lot of you don't know what it is. We would put a Beach Boys 8-track in the car, and we would get either donuts or that good cinnamon raisin bread, and we would put it in the back window of the car, and we would drive to the beach and let the bread or the donuts heat up on the way to the beach. And then when we would get to the beach early in the morning, when nobody's there, you can see the dolphins playing and everything, and we would have our, and so I just have good memories of the Beach Boys. And so now that we've got a convertible, it's like I put the Beach Boys on my Pandora, I plug it into the thing, and I'm like, drop the top, let's get some Beach Boy shit going, you know. So I fucking love the Beach Boys, and I have never seen them in concert, and it breaks my heart. I've always wanted to see them in concert. And my biggest and saddest, oh, it kills me. My saddest Un Goth confession. I do not, oh my god, it hurts so bad. It makes me sad and emotional. I do not own one pair of Demonia shoes. I want Demonias so bad. Like, I want some big motherfucking platforms. I used to have some platforms back in the 90s, but they weren't Demonias. And then when I went through my Christian phase, I got rid of all, I still wore black, but I got rid of my, you know, this doesn't fit in, that's weird. I got rid of that stuff. And so now all I've got is my Doc Martens, and I do have one pair of platform sandals, but they're not Demonias. I want a pair of Demonia so bad. I want a pair of Torment. I want some Stacks. There's like Demonia is like my wish list catalog. I flip through it and cry. I want a pair of demonias more than anything in the world, but I just cannot afford to shell out the money for a pair of shoes. Even my Doc Martens, I bought them off Craigslist for 40 bucks, and I used my birthday money to do that. I just don't have the money for fashion or shoes, and that sucks because it really hurts to watch all these gorgeous goth girls on YouTube, and they've got all these fantastic clothes and all these shoes. They've got like, oh, I'm going to do a shoe haul video, and I'm like, I don't even have one pair, and it just sucks, you know. I want a pair so bad, but maybe one day I'll get some. But you know, and that's why I love creepy leggings. I've got on my Baphomets today. That's why I love creepy leggings, because I can actually afford them, and a lot of goth clothes are just not affordable. So, but the demonia thing is what kills me. But I'm an adult, and I have adulting to do, and things like $100, $115 pair of boots have to get put aside because we have mortgages and other bills and cars to maintain and a monkey to feed. Yes, I'm talking about you. And we have not even gone on a honeymoon, so I don't really have any business spending $100 or $120 or something on a pair of shoes. So sorry about the rambling. That's it for my UnGoth Confessions. If you have UnGoth Confessions, let me know down below. Give me a thumbs up if you had fun. Subscribe if you haven't. Share it with your friends, and maybe they can do some UnGoth Confessions too. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.